Hi everyone, this is Tammy, owner of Worthyworthitpriceless, and today's podcast is titled, It's Okay. My daughter basically told me that statement 2 days ago, January 2nd, and I don't know what happened. It seemed like everything was going good, and then like in the middle of the day, something happened, and it just seems like depression, like this sadness just hit me. And I broke down a few times throughout the day. And when I did, my daughter would come over and she was like, "It's okay, it's okay." Or she was like, or she would ask me like, "Was I okay?" Or she would try to make me smile, and she would wipe my tears away and even smell them. I don't know, but um, but I want to give you guys that same encouragement. I know that right now not everybody, but a lot of people, it's a brand new year and it's a new day. But for some of us, we don't feel that same way. We still have burdens. We still have those things. And for some of you guys, the year just started and you're over the year already, because so many oppositions have been coming your way. But I want to tell you that what you are going through right now is temporary, even though it seems permanent. God is going to change everything and turn everything around for your good. And I know you're like, dude, I am tired of hearing a positive message. I am tired of this. I don't want to hear this anymore. And I get it. I get it. But it is necessary for you sometimes to hear these messages when you're ready, because the thing about it is, if you stay in that depression, it leads to suicidal thoughts and other things. And you may feel as though, hey, I'm never going to get out of this situation. You're exhausted and you're tired. And if that's all that you're thinking about, it just makes worse and worse thoughts come about. So I just want to drop a little inspiration for you. Where you're going through right now is not the end. It is a moment in time. But God is going to deliver you from everything that you're going through. And I understand there's people against you that you loved, and people that you would have done everything and anything for. But don't think about it as, oh, they're against you. Think about it that God is exposing them to you before he gets you to the next level. The worst thing is to have people around you that was never really there for you when God elevates you. But that's a podcast for another time. This is about you. It's going to get better for you. I know you can't see it right now, and I know it seems like with COVID and people passing away, all these things, it just seems to be so much. And I wish I can give you an explanation as to why all these things are happening, but all we can say is that God has a greater plan for what is going on. So I pray that you please stay encouraged through all that you're going through, and realize it is just the beginning of the year, and God can change anything and everything that you're going through in an instant. So please be encouraged. So before I stop or end this podcast, I wanted to thank you all for your support it'll be almost, I think, 4 years this year. But I wanted to also thank everyone who listens in the U.S. and abroad, especially the audiences that I have in Africa and India. I see all the stats and everything, so I am so appreciative of everyone who listens to the podcast. Thank you for your support. Thank you for listening to the podcast and sharing them and all those things. So thank you so much. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. And please stay encouraged no matter what you see or what you're going through. Realize that this is not the end. You are not always been in this situation. And a lot of times you're in those situations so that you can help someone else. Because you think about it, the inspirations that I'm able to give you is because I've been through something. If I've never been through anything, you wouldn't even listen to me. I would have like shallow podcasts, because basically I didn't go through any of the thing, or I wouldn't have basically went through any of the things that I'm telling you. But because I went through hardships and I went through these things, I'm able to give you that encouragement because God has brought me out of those things. So I'm basically a living testimony, so that hopefully it can help you guys. And that is for the most part one of the reasons why you're probably going through something, because you're going to have an audience to however God does it in your life. You may not be on this type of platform, but there may be somebody in your life that is going to go through the same thing that you went through, or maybe worse, and you can speak to their storms. So that's the thing too. Realize that sometimes God has you going through things so that you can speak to others' storms, if that makes sense. You're not just going through this just to be going through it, or going through it in vain. God has a bigger plan for your life than what you see today. So with that being said, always know that you have worth, you have value. It is not over for you. God loves you. I love you. Until next time, bye.